morning everyone. My name is Mohsin Bagwan and I am from P.M.E.TRUST Education Trust and my school name is RK English Primary School. I'll take today Standard 10 chapter number 1.5 and the name of the chapter is Joan of Arc. So we'll start with the writer. George Bernard Shaw. The name of the writer is John Bernard Shaw. He was born on 1856 and he died in 1950. He was an Irish playwright and critic. Playwright means who writes the play and critic means who took out the mistakes. He wrote more than 60 plays during his lifetime, including major such as A Man and Superman, that is on 1902, P.M.E.TRUST in 1912 and St. John in 1923. He was a leading dramatist of his time. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925. Okay? The war fought between England and France from 1337 to 1453 has come to become known as a 100 Years' War. Okay? The war between 1337 to 1453, that is the war between England and France, and that we know as 100 Years' War. Joan was a peasant girl born in eastern France who led the French army to several victories during the war. Joan, she was a girl, a very intelligent and talented and strong girl. This play of the time when all the northern France and some part of a southwest were under foreign controls. At that time, every country was under the foreign controls. The English controlled some parts and Burgundians controlled the others. The cities of New Orleans, one of the few remaining French cities, was held by the English. The year is 1429. Captain Robert de Brocard, a military officer, is seated at the table. His steward stands facing him. Okay, so we'll start is as dialogue between Robert, steward, Joan, and many more. So we'll start this chapter. Robert, I told you to throw the girl out. What Robert is telling? That throw that girl out. Which girl? Joan. You have 50 armed soldiers and dozens of strong servants to carry out my orders. Are they afraid of her? What Robert is telling? He's applying a question over there. He's telling, are they afraid over with her? Now what Stuart says? No, sir. We are afraid of you. Now Stuart is telling him that no, we are not afraid of that girl. That girl means a Joan. Okay, we are afraid of you. You means Robert. But she puts courage in us. Means what is telling? She puts courage. She gives them confidence for the war. She really doesn't seem to be afraid of anything. Means she is not afraid of anything. Perhaps you could frighten her, sir. What is telling? What the steward is telling? That you are afraid, Robert. To whom is telling? To Robert. That you are afraid. I am not afraid, sir. Now what Robert is telling? Grimly. Grimly means seriously. Seriously. Or very serious note like this. Aggression mode. Perhaps. Where is she now? What Robert is telling? Where is she now? I want to meet her now. So what Stuart tells? Down in the courtyard, sir. Down in the courtyard, sir. Robert goes to the window and asks the soldier to send the girl up. What Robert is telling? What Robert is telling? That please send that girl up. Why? Because she is standing courtyard. Means out of his area, out of his home, out of his office. The girl enters. Now girl enters. She is a well-built, strong girl of 17 to 18 years. Means she is of very teenage girl. The square glance neither frightens her nor stops her. Square glance means a person of high rank, a person of high post. Square glance means a person of high rank. Understood? She speaks confidently. What she does? She speaks very confidently. Now what Joan says? Joan means a little girl of nearly 17 to 18 years old. What she tells? Good morning, Captain Square. She bows and she tells, good morning, sir. What she tells? Captain Square. Square means a high rank person. You are to give me a horse, an armor, and some soldiers, and send me to the Dublin. What she's telling? What she's telling? That she wants some horse and some arms. Armors means guns, bullets, etc. And some soldiers, and send me to the Dublin. Dublin means a person who is a son of a king. Now I'll tell you about Dublin later on. Okay. Now please turn your page. Robert, the girl is mad. What Robert is telling? Are the girl is mad? Why didn't you tell me so, you blockhead? Blockhead means a stupid person. Blockhead means a stupid person. It's over here. Blockhead means a stupid person. Okay? Now what is telling? Are you a blockhead? Robert, now what Stuart is telling? Sir, do not anger her. Give her what she wants. What Stuart is telling? Now listen, Stuart is on the favor of Joan, not Robert. He is telling whatever she will need, please give her. Now what Robert tells? I shall send you back to your father with orders to put you under lock and key. What Robert is telling? Maybe Robert is a friend of John's father. Okay? And what Robert is telling? I'll send you to your father, and he will put you under the lock and key. Means he will lock her under the doors at home. Now what Joan tells? You think you will? You think you will? Square? Square means a high rank person. Again I am repeating. Square means a high rank officer, a high rank person. But it won't happen that way. You said you would not see me, but here I am. What Robert tells now. So you are assuming that I'll give you what you want. Means assuming means taking for granted. Means फायदा उठाना हिंदी में बोलते हैं अपन. So that is an assuming over here. So what Joan tells? Yes, Square. Now she is continuously busy. A horse will cost 16 francs. 16 francs means here in India we have rupees, but in France we have francs. So she is telling the horse will cost of about 16 francs. It is a big amount of money. What Joan tells? It's a very big amount of money, but I can save it on the armor. What she is telling? You please grant me the horses, and I will exist it on the armor. Armor means bullet, guns, pistol, and cannon. Cannon means tow. I don't need beautiful armor made of my measure. In olden days, what people used to do? People used to make armor of their size. But what Joan is telling? Joan is a girl. What she is telling? I don't need of my size armor. I will need armor of any size, of any person's size. But I just want to fight the war of England. Okay? I can find a soldier's armor that will fit me well enough. Okay? I shall not want many soldiers. The Dublin will give me all I need to free Auckland. Dublin. Dublin means the oldest son of the King of France, the one who would become the king after his father. Over here they have written Dublin. Where is it? Dublin. The oldest son of the king. Okay? The Dublin means he is the oldest son of the king. After his father's death, he will become the king. So they have mentioned Dublin as the oldest son of the king. Understood? Robert, shocked. He is very shocked. To free occurrence? What Joan tells? Simply, yes, Square. 3 men will be enough for you to send with me. Polly and Jack have promised to come with me. What Joan is telling? She have a talk between Polly and Jack. She had talked with Polly and Jack, and what she is telling? That they have promised me that they will come with me in the war. Now what Robert tells? You mean Monsieur de Polgri? What John tells? Yes, sir. Yes, square. Jack will come willingly. He is a very kind gentleman and gave me money to give to the poor. I think John, God save, will come. And Dick the archer and their servants, John of on Horncourt and Julian. There will be no trouble for you, Square. I have agreed it. You have only to give the order. Now over here, the John told that all this person will come with her. Why? Because she had talked between them. She had talked before meeting Robert. She had already talked with them. Understood? Now what Robert tells to the steward? What he's telling to the steward, not to the John. What he's telling? Is this true about Monsieur de Poligny? Is it true? Now what steward tells? Eagerly, yes sir, yes sir. What steward is telling? Yes sir, yes sir. And about the Monsieur de Metz they both want to go with her. Now what Robert tells? Goes to the window and shouts into the courtyard. Now what Robert does? He goes out of the window, means out of that big courtyard there might be a window, and he's putting his head over there and is shouting. What is telling? Send Monsieur de Poligny to me, will you? What is telling to that officer or the soldier who is standing outside? Send that Monsieur de Poligny to me. Okay? Now what next? And wait in the yard. What is telling to John? You please get out and wait in the yard. Now what John tells? Smilingly, brightly at him. Now she is very smiling girl. What she does? Right square, she does like this and she goes out. Now what Robert tells to the steward? Go with her, stay within, call and keep your eye on her. What Robert is telling? You also go with her and just keep an eye on her. I shall have her up her again. The steward returned hesitantly. Retreats hesitantly means move away in hurry. Means move away. It's over here. Retreats hesitantly. Move away in hurry. Means very hurry. It's like this. Now what Robert tells? She says you. Jack and Dick have offered to go with her. What Robert is telling? Jack and Dick have offered to go with her. What for? Do you take her crazy idea of going to her? Do you feel seriously? What Robert is telling? She's a crazy girl. She's a mad girl. And you have agreed and you are going with her? Is it seriously? Now what Poligny is telling? Slowly, in a very polite way. There is something about her. What Poligny is telling? There is something about her. It may be worth trying. It may be trying. What Poligny mean to say that she's trying her best to win the war, and we should give her the chance. Now what Robert tells? Oh come on, Polly. What Robert tells? Oh come on, Polly. You must be out of your mind. You must be out of your mind. Now what Poligny is telling? Unmoved. Poligny doesn't move. He stands like this and he tells, what is wrong with it? The Dauphin is in Chinon. Where is the Dauphin? Dauphin is right now in Chinon. Like a rat in a corner. Right, a rat in a corner. Except that he won't fight. The English will take Orellas. What is telling? The English will take Orellas. He will not be able to stop them. Means the king will become the king, that his name is Dauphin, and now he is in Chinon, and the Orellas will take, Orellas is the name of a city, and English person will capture it, and he will not stop. So what Robert tells? He beat the English the year before last at Montagues. I was with him. What Robert tells? That he was with me last year and we have won that war. Now what Poligny tells? But his men are crowded and now he can't work miracles. But now miracle doesn't work. At that time we were having the power. Right now we doesn't have any power. And I'll tell you that nothing can save our side Now, but a miracle. But nothing can save us. But a miracle will save us. And what is the miracle? We'll let you know further. Robert. Now what Robert tells? Miracle are alright. Poly. The poly difficulty about them is that they don't happen nowadays. Means miracle doesn't happen nowadays. Okay, what Polly tell? I used to think so. I am not so sure now. What Polly is telling, that I am not very confident right now. But before I was very confident. There is something about her. Means she is having something, a power, a miracle in her. I think the girl herself is a bit of miracle. Now he's clear outing his doubt. He's telling, now I think that miracle would be the girl, and that girl name is Joan. Anyhow, this is our last chance. Means anyhow, this is our last chance, and we should give her. Let's see what she can do. What she is telling. Let's see what she can do. Robert, wavingly. Wavingly means hesitatingly, very hesitatingly. She tells, you really think that? What Robert tells, you really think that? Now what Polly is turning, is there any else left for us to think? Means he doesn't have any option, and he's telling that give a chance. We should try it. Let's take a chance. Her words have put into fire into me. Means the John is a girl. She has given him a confidence, and what he's telling, that put a fire into her, means to him, to me. Robert giving up. View. What is telling? View. You are as mad as she is. What Robert tells? You are as mad as she is. She means Joe. Calling. Obsequently. Obsequently means very firm man. What he tells? We want a few mad people now. What Polly is telling? We want some few mad persons, mad people in our army. See where the same ones have landed us. Now what Robert tells? I feel like a fool. Now what Robert is telling? At that time, right now I'm feeling like a fool. Still, if you feel sure, now what Polly is telling? I feel sure enough to take her to Shinon unless you stop me. What's he telling? If you stop, I will take her. If you don't stop, then also I will take her. What Robert tells. Do you think I ought to have another talk with her? What Robert is telling. Do you want me to talk with her and another talk? Now what Pauline is telling. Going to the window. Means the Pauline is going on the window side. And what he tells. Yes, John, come up. What he is telling. Yes, John, you can come up. Now John enters in that room. What Pauline tells. Very gravely. Means very seriously. In a very serious manner. What he tells. Be seated, John. Be seated, John. Now what Robert tells. What is your name? Now Robert tells her. What is your name? That means now Robert is trying to understanding her view. Now what June tells. They always called me Jenny. They means all the people who stay with her in Lorraine, her in France. I am Joel. The soldiers call me the maid. What soldiers called her? Maid. Maid means she's like a servant over there. What Robert tells. How old are you? Now Robert tells her. How old are you? Now what June tells. 17. So they tell me it might be 19. I don't remember. Means June, she doesn't remember her age. Maybe 17 or maybe 19. Now what Robert tells. I suppose you think raising a siege is easy as chasing a cows out of a meadow. Raising a siege. Raising a siege means what? It's over here. Where is it? Raising a siege. Raising a siege means surrounded from all the sides and attack, removing the forces. Understood? Now what she's telling? You think shouldering is anybody's job? Means what Robert is telling, that you are soldiering, and it is an easy job. It's not very easy, it's very difficult job. Now what Joan is telling, what she is telling, I don't think it can be very difficult if God is on our side. What she is telling, If God is on our side, we can achieve everything. If God is not on our side, we doesn't achieve anything. Means God is the one who give us the power, who give us the confidence, and who support us, and He will help us in that war. Now what Robert tells, grinningly. Have you ever seen English soldier fighting? What Robert tells. Have you ever seen the English person who are fighting? Plundering means looting. So looting everything. It's over here. Plundering. Plundering means looting everything. The key we tell, that is that kind of looting. Burning, turning the courtyard side into a desert. Have you heard no tales of the prize who is the devil himself, or of the English king's father? Now what John is telling. You do not understand square. Square means a high rank person or high rank officer. Our soldiers are always beaten because they are fighting only to save their skins. Save their skin means to save their life. They are not fighting for their country, they are fighting for themselves. And now they are running it out. When the soldier thinks that we will not win this war, they run off. Means they are saving their skins. Means to save their lives. To save their skin means to save their lives. The shortest way to save your skin is to run away. Now, as I told you, the very short way is to run away, to run from that war, so that he can save his own life, not his country's life, his own life. But I will teach them all to fight for France. What she is telling, I will give them confidence for that war, and they will win it. Then they will drive the soldier before them like sheep. You and Polly will live to see the day when there will not be a single English soldier on the soil of France. In this, we have known that that English person have captured the land of France. So what John is telling, will kick them out of their country. Will kick them out of their country. Okay, so that none of the English soldier will left over here in France, in their soil. Robert to Polygry. What Robert tells to Polygry. This may all be nonsense. This is very nonsense, Polly. But the troops might just be inspired by it to nothing. They will seem to put any fire into them. What Robert is telling, okay, and I will agree. I will think it about it. Are you putting some fire in that soldier so that they will win the war? Even the Duplin might believe it. Now, even the Duplin will believe it, I think. Duplin means a king's son, oldest son, okay? And if she can put some fight into him, she can put into anybody. If she puts that fight, if she wins that race, if she wins that war, she will win with anybody. Okay? Now what Robert tells. Turning to the John. Now it turns to the John. Now what it tells. Now you listen to me and don't cut it before. I have time to think. Now what is telling? Let me speak. Till now you have speak it out. Now let me speak. Don't cut my words. The orders are that you are going to Chinon under the escort of his gentleman and 3 of his friends. What Robert tells. Now this time Robert gives her the permission to go to Chinon. With whom? With that 2 gentlemen, Polygry and Jack, and his 3 friends. With her 3 friends. Okay. Now what Joan that? Rendedly clapping her hands. Very, very happy. Now she tells, oh thank you Square. What she tells? Oh thank you Square. You have given me the permission to go to Chinon. Now what Robert? Polygry tells. How is she to get into the royal presence? Now what Robert tells. I don't know how did she get into my presence. I will send her to the Chinon and say, she can say I send her. Then let come what may. Let come what means? Let's anything happen. Let whatever will happen. I will just send. I'll agree with you, Polygree, and I am sending John with you. Whatever will happen, I will not. It's not up to me. It's up to you. You are responsible. Whatever will happen. So what is telling? And let's come with me. I can't do no more. Now what June tells? What she tells? And the dress I have a soldier's dress square. What June is telling? I'm already having a soldier's dress. Okay, square. What she's telling? I'm having a soldier's dress square. What else? Take what you please. I wash my hands of it. Whatever you think. Now I'm giving you the permission, but whatever will happen, it's not my responsibility. Means I will wash my hands of it. What June tells. Widely excited to a success. Come, Polly. She dashed out. What June tells. She is very happy that Robert has given her the permission. She goes out. And what Robert tells. She's shaking Polly's hand. Miss, what is doing? Robert is doing. Robert is shaking Polly's hand. And what is telling? Goodbye, old man. What Robert is telling? Goodbye, old man. I am taking a big chance. Now he's taking a big chance. Few other men would have done it. Few other men would have done it, but I am giving you the chance. But as you said, there is something about her. But as you said before, there is something about her. There is having some miracle in her. There is having some power in her. There is having some tactics to win the war. She is giving a confidence. She is telling. Now what Paul is? Yes, sir. There is something about her. Now he tells goodbye and he goes out. Okay. So student, if you have any problem, any difficulty, please let me know. Okay. Understood? Bye. Take care.